From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Khalif Raymond to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another one for Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the old lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
And the Ravens go in nickel, 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Allen now on 1st down. They got a hand on it, and now it's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Ravens take over after forcing the first turnover On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. So 2nd down coming up.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Second and 10 now. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. He's got to gain a 6 there. Brought down by Fred Warner. And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down. They bring McLaurin in motion right. Now Jackson on 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call. Not sure he knew he went out of bounds before he made a play on that ball, Brock, but he was the first to touch it coming back in, and that's going to get the penalty. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Jackson's going to throw again. Pass caught, 9-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
1st down from the red zone. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. What opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
McLaurin, the receiver, in motion left. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. So the Lions headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Allen looking to throw. Has a man, Justin Jefferson. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Laporta with the grab. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Allen on 3rd and short. Jefferson brings it in on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Can't get it to him, incomplete.
Yeah, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now Allen. St. Brown there to bring it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the 2nd time. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. They're out and set, 1st and 10. McLaurin, the receiver, in motion left. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
Okay, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Play action, here's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Lions calling timeout. They're first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he'll have it up across the 20 on a decent pickup there. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. So no return on that punt. And the Lions will go on offense. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Hits him on the out route. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Allen setting up to throw. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10. Here's Allen. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And he gets him around 6 there. That's Odafe Owe with a stop.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that will set up 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Working inside the red zone. Getting out to his left. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Chased out, and they will score. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions take the lead just before halftime. Josh Allen, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You could just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense to the field for the final drive of this first half. And they may not be able to take an knee safely this close to the goal line. Might need to run a play to end this half. One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes the Baltimore offense to begin quarter number 3. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. 1st down. Here's Lamar. That one's caught along the left sideline. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. They go play fake with Jackson. It's taken in by Lamb. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They're running the option, short side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth cave, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. 3rd quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the 2nd half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every 1st down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Back to the air. Allen gets it quickly to St. Brown. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
Good luck defending that short yardage slam. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Ravens bring an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming up. Again, Allen to the air. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, that's It's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down throw for Allen. Completes this one to Chase. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Allen to throw. This one taken in by Chase. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Finds Chase on the slant. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On first down, Allen finds his man, Chase. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. To throw again, it's Allen. Pass complete to Gibbs. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. That's a pickup of 9. And that gives the Lions the first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Gibbs now from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the Ravens' 28-yard line.
Again, it's Gibbs. Has some space inside the 15. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Returns looking good so far. The Ravens trotting out their offense. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Out left, Lamb makes the ground. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Throw complete to Lamb. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. From the 47. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and out third down. Here he is to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. They're set up at the 35 now. And again, it's Jackson. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Again, it's Jackson to the air. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
He's got Andrews. Head out of bounds after a small gain.
Get to that money down. That third down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job, not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
Kicked well, and this is good! And it pulls him back within one score here in the fourth.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the reach. Just take the three, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
So down inside the final minute, they're ready to try the onside kick. And this is brought in by the Lions. That should be enough to secure them this win. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. The offense headed out now for Detroit. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. They can go ahead and just kneel things away. No timeouts remaining to stop them. Just won't run out the clock just yet, Brock. They're going to have to kneel it again after this one. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's one for the win column for the Lions. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.